This will be a video for all my audience out there who want to lead a life of intention and mindfulness, more connected to the earth, but also within the budget. So today I'll be breaking down how I can choose to lead a life of intention and mindfulness while I am simultaneously struggling to become a full-time content creator with no real income stream at the moment. But before that, if you're new to my channel, my name is Devika Haridas, aka Lady Cocobos, and in my channel we talk a lot about organic wellness and mindful living for all of us who wants to connect more with the Mother Earth and also to themselves. So without further delay, let's get into it. I want to break this entire video down into three simple components. So it is intention, mindset, and affordability. Let's get into the first component, that is intention. So why do you want to lead a life of conscious wellness and mindfulness? We are taking a little step back from the whole capitalistic ordeal of struggling and being productive every day, but choosing something more intentional, more conscious, something where we keep our health our priority, our wellness our priority, and also keep the earth, our family, our roots in the center of it all. So for me, my intention was to lead a life where I'm more close to my roots, my family, and I also keep my health, wellness, and self-care in priority more than anything else. So then I decided to choose and build a highly rewarding and sustainable work from home career that could complement my intention. So then I decided to become a content creator. So if you have a intention set in place that you want to choose a more grounded and conscious life because you want to keep these things in your priority at the center of your life, then I would strongly suggest that you also research and choose a career option that would complement that lifestyle more than anything. So if you decide to do a 9 to 5 job or a very hectic kind of a corporate role with something with an intention of this, then it would be very difficult for you to focus, to allocate your time fully. So be mindful with what you are choosing as your career option to complement this lifestyle that you want. Next important component is mindset. So if you are choosing a life of intention, mindfulness, spiritual well-being, health, and self-care, you should also be mindful to opt for a mindset that propels your growth more than anything. You are not going to be monitored by anybody else. You are your own CEO, you are your own boss. So make sure that you have a mindset that is positive. It reaffirms your positive beliefs to you and stops you from spinning negative stories or getting into that trap of comparing your life to others or expecting that kind of a rush and that fast-paced energy. A wellness lifestyle is more about going with the flow and doing every task with intention. It is not driven by productivity, it is not driven by competition. I am the ruler of my own reality. I don't compare myself to others. I know that growth is happening every single moment when I wake up and I decide that I have to show up in a certain way. I have to show up in my best self every single day. It is important to cultivate a mindset that makes you believe that it is happening and it makes you keep growing. So you need to be really mindful about yourself. You need to self-regulate, self-examine, and you need to cultivate a mindset that lets you become the highest version of yourself and also the empress of your own kingdom while also being in the garden you tend to every day. Having a growth mindset does not mean that you see yourself in lack, that you don't have these things and you have to work really hard to make that happen. That's not it. By adopting a growth mindset, you are recognizing that you are abundant in this moment forward, and to actually recognize that you have everything in your hand to work for that desire, to work for that destination that you have in mind. So, mind you, you are worthy of all your desires, you are abundant, you want to lead a life where you're more comfortable, and it is truly valid that you want to dream like that. But it is also intentionally counting your blessings every single day with a heart full of gratitude so that you are anchored in your reality at the same time as well. So, these are the most important two components that will form the base of this lifestyle that you are going to choose. But now let's address the elephant in the room, the affordability. So, I want to give the reality check that in this economy, it is very, very difficult. Most of the time, it can come only with a certain privilege. So I want to tell you guys that I decided to do this because I had the privilege to take that decision. Even when I am coming from a middle class family in Kerala, but I had worked for almost 4 years before I decided to do this, and I had a certain amount saved up so that it can work as my backup before I started to pursue a life with something that I'm more aligned with. So that is one thing. And secondly, I also want to tell you that when I decided to come from the city to my hometown, it meant that I had a home, a family, and a room waiting for me. So I am now fully dependent on my parents for my food and basic needs. But apart from that, there is a confidence that with me, that I can fall back on this financial foundation that I've built for myself. And if something does happen, I have my parents who are, with God's grace, who are both working. I also want to point out that I have simplified my lifestyle very much. I have specifically curated products that can add to my self-care, but that is also with a lot of practice, a lot of experimentation. When I came back to my hometown, I had an access to lots of medicinal plants, lots of DIY options for self-care. And I know that it is not easy for many city dwellers and people who maybe live in an urban area. And I had the privilege of having access to all of that. So I made I made products that worked for me. So I could afford to simplify my lifestyle, and I could cut down my expenses a lot because of all of that. So what I want to tell you guys is that building a foundation is very important. Simplifying your lifestyle is also very important. If you're choosing a life with more mindfulness and intention, it also means that you intentionally curate the products, the things that you give your access to, be it self-care, be anything, be it people, anything that you can think of. Well, that is what I did to afford a lifestyle like this and also to sustain it till this time. Now I am a small content creator, and I am so grateful for the community that I'm building here. I have finally got 30 subscribers. It is a huge milestone for me. When I started out YouTube, I did not know what was happening, but it is something that I'm enjoying, and I am also looking forward to grow my community even more. But I want to end this video with also a disclaimer that it is not going to be easy, and it's going to be very radical. You're also going to get a lot of criticism from your peers, from your family, and so it is important that you build a strong base before you start anything else. And it is also all about self-regulating yourself and not slipping into that comfort zone. If you do slip into that comfort zone, then it is going to be drastically different from what you imagined it to be. But slow and steady wins the race. Hold yourself with empathy, but do have measurable milestones that you can achieve so that you can actually see visible growth while you go on this endeavor. And a lifestyle like this will look different for everybody. You also need to build something that is true to your purpose, your unique life, unique characteristics. Content creation worked for me, it might not work for everybody else, but we are living in a society where you have immense options, and I'm sure that you will also find something that you resonate with. I'm so glad that I'm here, and I'm so happy that I have my community growing with me. I am positive that we are going to grow even more. So yeah, that's it. If you liked the video and if you want to see more of this type of content, and if you want to follow along my journey, please subscribe to Lady Cocobos on YouTube, and you can also follow me on Instagram, and we are building a more close-knit community over there. And you can also sign up on my website so that you can be part of my Substack as well. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on Lady Cocobos. And I'll see you guys next time. I love you all so much. Bye bye.